UIC's College of Business is highly ranked and recognized for its value to students and their journey towards discovering a healthy balance between time-proven theories and road-tested practices. For example, the course Digital Marketing and Social Media for Business combines lecture, case studies, guest speakers, and course projects to develop one's skills in creating, implementing, and evaluating successful digital marketing strategies. We also don't shy away from asking pointed questions that challenge both the traditional and the trendy.
Social media. Social media is the driving force behind the new economy. What does that mean? Nobody knows. I'm a successful social media consultant, even though I've never had a thought or original idea in my life. But because my firm charges lots of money, we've put social media on the tongues of some of the biggest companies in the world without providing an actual service. To survive in the new internet economy, you need to come up with a new service or product that people will want. Not likely, right? But social media eliminates the need to provide value to anyone. Let me give you an example. My firm was contracted by Cheetos, so we went around the room, talked about ways to leverage their brand online, and it turned out none of us had any original ideas. So instead, we gave them a Facebook page. Eventually, people liked it. These people liked Cheetos, even though they had no reason to, as we gave them no incentive. And remember, any teenager could have done what we did for no money and much faster. Using your brains to think of an idea and your skills to implement it, that's the old model. And like anything that's old and requires effort, it's inefficient. Facebook is already invented. We simply need to know it exists, and we can pay ourselves richly as middlemen to leech off of their work. Let me show you another example. Our firm was hired to expand Speed Stick Deodorant's Twitter footprint. Now, they already had a Twitter feed, and we, of course, had no original ideas. So we hired a separate company to create thousands of fake Twitter accounts designed only to follow Speed Stick. We were able to increase the number of accounts following Speed Stick from 300 to 900,000 in less than a week. And the best part is, all of these accounts were robots. So we didn't have to tweet anything because nobody was reading it. Companies don't care if their followers are real or not. So they'll pay you either way. Ideally, real human users will leave social networking altogether, and all that will be left will be thousands of robots talking to each other who we can then advertise to. Now, robots don't yet buy products, but that's not our concern. In the new social media economy, you just have to keep looking like you're doing work, and people will pay you for it. Thank you.
I have props and slides. But I contemplated doing a cartwheel before getting on here. But I don't need to because I've got social media, right? Everyone's so excited about social media. As you say social media, and people's eyes light up. You're like, oh, social media, there's something about it, right? You know, because it's sort of unknown and it's new and it's fresh. And you don't have to do cartwheels because social media is on your side. But here's the secret about social media. Media itself is not social. And we oftentimes make this mistake because we're enamored by the technology. We are enamored by the platforms that come up. Google Buzz came out and everybody went nuts. Google Buzz, oh my God, we got to get into Google. You know, what is Google Buzz? What's the buzz about Google Buzz? We have to know about Google Buzz. Google Buzz, you know, for about 3 weeks there was Google Buzz, and then people realized nobody's using Google Buzz, right? So we have to, you know, start to shift the focus off of the media part because that's not the part that's social. But people are social, right? And you know, Marketers have some very specific challenges, right? We're addicted to shiny objects, and the latest craze right now. And so social media is sort of seen as this gold rush. It's this hot thing right now, and everyone's jumping into it without really figuring it out. And we have plenty of other, we've done this before, right? New technologies come out. At one point it might have been Flash, or now it's apps. And so marketers tend to just go after that without fully understanding it and doing the homework or really digesting what's changing. And so we have shiny object syndrome as kind of put on the wheel here. And we just kind of spin the wheel and we continue to make these mistakes. What we want is more of this. The opportunity, and to reinvent social media is to look at it more holistically. I probably will not be presenting about social media within a year or two because it's going to be integrated in these business functions. That's the future. That's how it will be reinvented. The other thing about social in terms of reinventing it is we really have to put the focus on people. And more specifically, what kind of service can we provide? What can we do that's valuable to the community? What can we produce of value, period? And as a last example, as sort of a glimmer of hope, there is a really sort of extravagant, once a year, all these high-flying ad execs get together in the south of France in Cannes or Cannes, or I don't know, I'm not sure, I've heard it pronounced both ways. But typically, the winners of these sort of, they get these awards, and there's one in digital. And typically, those are really flashy, kind of creative, big celebrity partnership types of initiatives. And this year was really different because what they did was they awarded Best Buy the Digital Award. And to support my kind of thesis on people, what's interesting about this is that there's really nothing fancy about this initiative. What Best Buy does is they let about 1,000 of their employees engage on Twitter. They put a system in place so it gives them permission to actually flick them on or off. And it's just their employees actually engaging on Twitter, providing customer support and service. They will sometimes proactively, if you're talking about a problem with an Xbox, they may help you with that in the hopes that someone from Best Buy helped me with this problem. Therefore, I may go out and buy something from them because they provided a service, they provided value. And so this actually took the key award. And what I think is great about that is I think it's about people more so than technology. It's not a bright and shiny object. There's substance to it, all those things that I talked about. And this is where social media needs to be reinvented on the people front. Thank you.
The digital marketing world is vast and at times intimidating. We'll explore it and discover that it's still very much like making a passage through the Wild West. Please note, the 4 Ps still worked even before that term was coined. We will focus on how to bring all 4 Ps to bear on what we can coin as the 5th P, people. Speaking of the Wild West, you noticed that there were several humorous tongue-in-cheek notes made during those video clips. A few things we will attempt to do is to both clarify and verify the striking gold claims and findings out there. We'll map out the landscape using various tools, real-world evidence, and, most importantly, using academic research based and grounded in what has worked for a very long time in business. Recent research by way of the American Marketing Association and other sources will be used, for example. We will be using them to balance out our understanding and expectations in the digital realm. In effect, we'll be learning how to ask better questions, which will yield us better answers. Now, the course books we have for this course are good, and the authors are popular, and they're not first-time publishers, but still, pundits beware, our students will be checking you out. We hope to have you and our team in class this coming semester.